following presentation of the National Football League. Please welcome your 2026 Kansas City Chiefs!
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Open up right side is Ingram. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Evan Ingram.
And the coach told us the other day that they want to get him in a nice groove right out of the gate. And one way to do that, give him quick throws where he can get the ball out of his hand in a hurry, as he did there.
Here's 2nd and 3. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run out of the play. He took the O, the option out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Nix to the air. Open net is Waddle complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that one got 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to it quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every receiver has to work hard to pick that first down, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how low can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Back to the air with Nix. It's taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43.
17 yards.
Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they'll let their 2 receivers to his outside, run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
16 more yards.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
First
Well, one
and 10
unit I
at the
know you want to watch is
27-yard
that
line.
offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, with that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Denver grab. 27 yards for J.K. Dobbins. And the Broncos are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
Will Lutz
on for the point after. And he's got 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7.
So that winds up
Chiefs
a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Will
After the
Lutz
touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, good move.
The Chiefs take over first.
Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. Down the right sideline. And he will take it on for the Chiefs touchdown. Rasheed Rice, 70 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Extra point by Broncos on target.
That
And we are
ties the
tied
game
at 7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Each team's headed, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Will go down as a gain of 6.
Complete to number
And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Jalen Waddle.
Zero hesitation that time. That was a get ball, throw ball.
2nd
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Second down and 4. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. That's a good acceleration as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
It's a
59
gain of
yards
16
rushing for him now as he has gotten tonight off to a hot start.
First down.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 25 yards that
A gain of 25 more yards. That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown,
J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Let's look down the extra point
after.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Broncos 14.
A drive
Chiefs
there
7.
of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
That was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Down there, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 19
First time
yards.
that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice.
Mahomes pass.
That'll give him 8 that time.
To Rashid
And they'll be
Rice.
left with second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie,
at the Broncos,
you enter the danger zone when you decide to
line.
blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, was coming from and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ken Walker, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all now up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Ken Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
Denver's offense now set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Nix. The short one to the tight end, Troutman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 10 yards.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for Broncos first down.
First down.
When an offense reads blitz,
It's a gain
doesn't
of
matter
10.
where it's coming from.
First down,
Tight ends know that they
Broncos.
become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
47-yard line.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9. On play action, here's Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Gain of 30.
Good yardage
And
after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First
From
and
talking
10
with
at the
defensive backs and their
22-yard
coaches
line.
over the years, they hate to see 4 guys in a route like this because the safeties are often occupied. It creates indecision. They're unsure about who goes with who. And the quarterback, he just reads the most vulnerable safety and takes advantage of it for a big play here.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he is in to finish off the Denver touchdown. J.K. Dobbins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos have taken the lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
What's good on the extra point? And the lead is now 21-14.
21. Chiefs 14.
That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Will Lutz
After the
to kick
touchdown,
off for
Lutz
the
to kick it
Broncos.
off. Well, now how about this return? And able to break this up all the way to the 40-yard line. Good return.
First and 10.
The Chiefs offense
At their
ready to
own
go again.
38-yard line.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Gain of 14 yards.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Chiefs.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his football.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy.
At the
Extra tight
49-yard
ends,
line.
extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, here's the option. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Short throw, hauled in by Kelsey. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, but the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down
and
10.
not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashard Smith, 34 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. Extra point by Broncos on target. We've got a tie game here. Back and forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kicks away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Broncos take
the Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Throwing Nix. Incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Nix. Quick throw there. It is incomplete.
Just driving a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on the first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Nix. To the sideline and pull it in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's good.
First
for
down and then
Broncos.
some. Give him
First down.
29 yards.
First
Well,
and
we know
10
he's got
at
the speed there. He
44-yard
needed the
line.
speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with it. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 43. 84 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Keeps it
Well,
on
that's
the
what
option.
he can do. You know, when he keeps the football,
It's
it's not a
pickup
huge
of
gain,
6.
but it
Brings
shows
up
how hard it can be to
2nd
stop
and
it.
4.
Yeah, I thought the
At the
defense
Chiefs'
had that one pretty well
27-yard line.
contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Intended
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had done.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw, here's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of
Another
downs.
Broncos.
He really
first
looked comfortable
down.
there, scanning the
A gain of
situation,
11 on the
analyzing
play.
things, feeling
First
the
down,
pressure, and then
Denver.
stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
Nix to the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy. At the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. Really nice.
J.K. Dobbins on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos have broken the tie. So his big first half continues, his 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Wants to try to add the PAT. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21
Makes
game.
the score Broncos 28.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Will
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chiefs take
The
over
Chiefs
first
offense
and 10
and Rasheed Rice
at
headed
their
back
own
onto the field.
26-yard line.
And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have to be able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field. And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. We'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
By Zach Allen.
What an advantage having a lead guy to know the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he is caught. It will be outlaws just shy of the 40. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's good.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they
Chiefs?
flip field position
First
there?
down.
A nice attacking play.
First
They picked
and
up a heck
10
of a
at the
chunk of yardage.
42-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end Kelsey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 24
yards.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down.
A nice
First and
chunk play
10
from
at
the
the
tight end
27-yard
position, and it
line.
illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Now Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. Get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
2nd and a couple. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he gets this down to the 13-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. Tosses into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Bunker now to add the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28.
That will tie the game. 28
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half, the same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. Sutton reeling it in on the left side.
Nix's
And
pass.
he'll be out of bounds across the 40-yard line.
Portland Sutton.
They'll wind up getting
Out of
7
bounds
on
at
the play.
33-yard line.
And it'll be second
A
down.
7-yard pickup.
But that's what you're
Brings
looking
up
for when you
second
want to throw
and
the ball
3.
downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first
That's
half.
good
They must have
for
seen something in the
Broncos.
scouting that said,
First
hey,
down.
we can capitalize on him
An
getting the
8-yard
ball,
pickup.
possibly in the
First
open
down,
field. And I think in the
Broncos.
second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Nix from the shotgun. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
So the
just past
completion results there
midfield.
in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Nix looking to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 35-yard line.
Complete to J.K. Dobbins.
Good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free. That was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
Now a second and 2. Operating from the gun. Nix. Will get that complete to Franklin. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10
What a drive.
at the
This has been just
13-yard
chewing
line.
up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended
Coverage was very good
Trotman.
that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived. And
It
that
leads to
ensured
second
an
and
incomplete
10.
pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Here's second and 10. Nix to throw again. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the
A gain of
1.
12 yards.
Now the Broncos going to
That's
use
good
the second
for
of their
Broncos.
timeouts.
First down.
As the clock will stop with 33
First and
seconds to
goal,
go in the
Denver.
first half. Now it's Nix. And he's going to go down just outside the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
yards. It's
Now the
second
Broncos
down
will use
and
their
goal.
third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
J.K.
And he is
Dobbins.
met in his tracks behind the line of
Behind
scrimmage.
the line of scrimmage.
It'll go down as a
Loss of
2-yard
on the
loss,
play.
and it brings
It's
up a
third
third down.
and goal to
Partner, I know
go.
we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Alonso looked to have the extra point after. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28.
Broncos 35.
A pretty long
Chiefs
drive that
28.
time, 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios of the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and you know, we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. But what will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? A beautiful fake. And able to take it past the 25 to the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
3rd quarter begins with a run by Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He's tackled at the 29-yard
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Again, it's Walker. And shooting the tackle and has some room. Found a little room there as he's out to about the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard
break
line.
that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he will have the Chiefs first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't know about you, but I like this call.
Down.
3rd and inches, and
First
instead of
and 10
worrying
at the
about getting it back to a
39-yard
running
line.
back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. The first down throw for Smith. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was brought down by
Well, no
Brandon
matter how
Jones.
they phrase it, staying on schedule,
It's a
staying
gain
ahead of the
7.
sticks, whatever you
Brings
want to
up
call it,
2nd and
7
3
yards on first down.
at the
That fits the bill.
46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 9 yards that time.
A gain of 9 yards.
There he goes, and for good
That's
reason.
good.
Running with it,
Kansas
it's paid
City
dividends earlier in this
Chiefs.
game
First
and earlier on
down.
this drive. And until they prove
First
they can
and
stop
10
him,
at the
I think he's going to be shy
44-yard
about
line.
continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Got his man, it's Thornton. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Complete to Tyquan
So he'll be
Thornton.
stopped here for no gain.
No gain on the
And
play.
it'll be 2nd
Brings
down.
up 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch,
At the
but even with that
44-yard
completion,
line.
0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Mahomes going to throw. That one caught by Rice.
Mahomes pass. Complete to Rashee Rice. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's a gain of
They're able to
33.
convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up.
And he will take it all the way for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashad Smith, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Harrison
Butker on for the PAT. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at
That
35.
ties the game. 35-35.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Harrison
So
Butker
we're
to
right
kick
back
off
where
for
we
Kansas
started,
City.
all even as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The
So now
Broncos
look
take
at the
over
Broncos
first
as they
and
head
10
back out there for
at
their first
own
possession
29-yard
of the
line.
second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. Makes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
32-yard line.
Not a huge carry there on the first down, but not all of them will be, but still a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing Nix. And this throw incomplete. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He completes this to Sutton. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 15 yards.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but
1st and 10
there are times this game is about
line.
patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a gain of 11.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He's got his target. That's complete. This is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
This is 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35-yard
line.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Mahomes will do it himself. And shifts past him. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
That's good for a Kansas City
Let's give him the credit he deserves because he can really do no wrong. It's got to be demoralizing for a defense to have someone who can cut up your secondary all game long with his arm and then rip off a huge gain like this with his legs. A championship effort from that man under center.
And he's got it. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Chiefs have scored again in this third quarter. This time to move out in front. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Bunker now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score.
That
Chiefs
time a
42.
9-play drive.
Broncos 35.
And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Broncos take over
Denver
first
getting
and
set
10
to take the
at
field.
their own 27-yard
Charles,
line.
a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. They start on the ground with Dobbins. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard
So
line.
a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now an option play on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday night prime time. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 at this point. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now Remigio. Remigio return was for 7.
The Chiefs take over
And they will
first
take
and 10.
over first and 10.
At their own
The
29-yard
Chiefs
line.
offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And ball down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Pitch and catch here with Travis Kelce. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of
Another first down,
yards.
this time on a gain of 19.
That's another
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
No hesitations, they go right back to Kelce.
Mahomes
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I don't care
It's
what
a gain
sport
of
you're
8.
playing.
Brings up second
Everyone likes to
and
build up a
2
little momentum,
at
don't
the
they?
28-yard
And
line.
look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Here's Mahomes to throw. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8
It's a
there.
gain of 8.
This has to go down as one of the
That's
simpler
another
routes in the
Kansas
playbook,
City
but oh
Chiefs.
so effective.
First
Nice
down.
completion there. Keeps
First
the
and
Stix
10
moving.
at the 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. And again, it's Mahomes. So he stopped for no gain. And it's second down.
Ken Walker.
Give him the completion.
No gain on the play.
No gain.
Second
But let's focus
and
in
10
on that tackle.
at the
Open field
Broncos'
tackling,
19-yard
the
line.
hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. DJ Jones.
Brings up third
He's the
down
culprit,
and
dropping
12.
him for a 2-yard loss. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Smith catches left side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashad Smith, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead in this fourth quarter. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one. Bunker on for the PAT.
Point after.
And the lead is up to 14.
Good.
So
Makes
this
the
drive
score
spans
Chiefs
7
49.
plays. And it's
Broncos
capped off
35.
with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the
Harrison
touchdown,
Butker to
here's
kick off
Butker
for
on to
Kansas
kick it
City.
away. A he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, here's Nix. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 40.
A huge play there for Denver. And even
down.
40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want.
Pickup.
Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll go play action with Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. George Karlaftis.
A loss of 2
Able to
yards.
drop him for a loss of a couple.
3rd down.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Nix from the shotgun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
That's good for a Broncos.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game, and that continued with that 1st down run.
Nix to the air. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended
When you're
for
leading in the
Jalen
final
Waddle.
quarter, your radar has
Incomplete.
to be up for any potential
It's
deep
2nd
shots.
down and 10.
And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, here's Nix. Open man is the tight end Troutman. He gets 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
And there's a conversion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's a gain of 11.
Brandon, that's a game-removed right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Here's Nix. And this is caught by someone. Touchdown Broncos. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Broncos 42.
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. Able to slither by. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you want to be a little more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 11.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
At the 44-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Walker. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made it off the 43-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
43-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. In motion goes the tight end. Walker with another carry. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
He's brought down.
And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively.
4 yards on the pickup.
So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Straight ahead, Walker. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he's got the first as they bring him down at the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.